kind of give your guys a boost yesterday? Did you see that in practice yesterday? Kind of keeping your hopes alive type thing?
Yeah, we did have we had a Sunday, a little different Sunday because of the open week. We did actually get an extra hour and 10-minute practice in as opposed to a normal Sunday, and seemed to be, you know, our kids have, we preached to them all along, you know, you play until the end and see what happens. There's just so much football left to be played, and regardless of what happens out there, the results certainly kept us alive with some very important, lofty things that we could accomplish. Regardless of what happens with all of that, I want us to stay focused on the journey we're on, which to be sitting here, you know, ranked in the top 15 or so in the country, or top 10, whatever those are, I think is, for being in year 3, you know, I couldn't be much more pleased. Obviously, we lost 2 very close, difficult games, but they're the quality opponents, and you know, us being competitive and relevant in the SEC West is, you know, in year 3, I think is something that should motivate us regardless of what happens, you know, out with other teams. So our message will continue to be, let's focus on us, take care of us, and see where it shakes out at the end.
Coach Reed, speaking of the bye week, or what's been the primary focus throughout the bye week?
Get people healthy was the priority. We had 3 good practices. We had some good things happen. We got our threes, their annual competition, better known as the Toilet Bowl, for Ken Crane named it that. And we also got to spend some time with the Special Olympics team from Ole Miss on Thursday, which was an awesome experience, and getting them to be around and practice out here and hang out with those guys was kind of another great all-in moment for our team to understand how to give back and to appreciate the blessings that we have. But it was a good week. Got people healthy, got the threes, a lot of reps, and worked on some techniques. Got to get back to doing some individual drills, which are much needed, and probably get cheated a bit throughout the course of a 7-game stretch where you're just getting ready for games.
Getting back to Arkansas a little bit, I know you said obviously they've improved and are pretty good, but for you and your team particularly, is this just the way you're built, sort of a difficult matchup? Because you said before, against bigger teams, there's sometimes some issues.
I think anytime you play, you look at teams and you think, man, we match up better with this one, or we not as well with this one. And you know, we're definitely better suited for it than we were year 1 and year 2. You know, our defense is built on speed, and so sometimes you would have to say from our experience with LSU that we did struggle some with that. So I guess just looking at what has occurred, you would have to say that this may not be our best matchup, but you got to play it, and you got to find a plan and get your kids in the right spot. Hopefully we learn something from seeing that. It's very difficult for us to simulate that in practice because of who we are. And hopefully having played a game like that will be beneficial to us in preparing for this one.
Is Hugh, in the last 24 hours, your name's been linked several times to the Florida job. I guess, what is your response and reaction when you see that stuff sort of happen this time of year?
Yeah, I don't. I have a policy, man. I don't discuss my job status, good or bad. I don't think anything good comes from that. My family and I are extremely happy in Oxford, and I love working for Chancellor Dan Jones and Ross Bjork, and we're extremely happy. I will say this, I have great admiration for Will Muschamp, and you know, your heart goes out to him, but the way he's handled the adversity, and I think is a great lesson for a lot of us that we can learn. But my total focus is on getting our kids ready for Arkansas.